And take 4. Bonjour tout le monde. It's Utakata J6 here with you once again to discuss our plans for a Let's Play series. Let's get a nice map up so we can idly build something while we're talking. Now, I've been promising a Let's Play series for actually quite some time, and now we're just about ready to do that. However, this series is going to be a bit different than other ones that you might have seen so far, and there's a couple reasons for that, which I would like to talk about. So, first of all, we're going to use mods. We have to. I'm a modder. I started playing because of watching videos of Minecraft mods, Humans Plus and More Creatures, I believe. And, well, Minecraft just isn't Minecraft without mods. Also, most of the modders can code better than Notch. Let's be honest. Now, the first question you automatically ask is, well, which technology mods are you going to use, right? Well, I started playing Minecraft on the day that Industrial Craft was released. And I quite like Industrial Craft, but unfortunately, for those of you who also like it, I follow better than wolves. Flower Child has about the same philosophy as me, both in modding and in playing Minecraft, so I can generally count on him to do things that make sense and that I would like to see happen. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, well, what are you going to play with alongside it? I would like to use better than Buildcraft, but there's a couple conditions that have to be met for that to happen. First of all, I use ID Resolver. It's absolutely necessary if you want to keep up your mods for a long time, and currently ID Resolver doesn't work very well with Better Than Wolves. Thankfully, I know how to fix that, and when 1.2 rolls around, I will be either patching it myself or acquiring a patch to it. These are the kinds of things you can do when you're a modder. There are other minor mods and not so minor mods that I plan on using. I will use the portal gun, even though it's now switched to Forge. I will find a way to get it off of there. I also will, of course, use More Creatures, Humans Plus, and similar mods. However, I want to use my personal mod, Mediatecraft, a chemistry mod that's been in the works for some time. I shut it down after 1.7, but I think we're finally ready to start with a few basic releases. However, I believe you won't notice that it's actually playing, except in ore generation. So, now, Mr. Utakata, just what exactly are you going to be doing in this Let's Play series? Well, I'm going to be making a grand map, and here's where the different rules start to show up. With the release of 1.2, what I've been waiting for in Minecraft is finally going to happen. What is that? The mod API, you ask? No, not the mod API, and I'll talk about the mod API in a second later. It's not quite what it's cracked up to be. What happens is we get our anvil worlds. We get our huge block ID lists and item ID lists, thankfully. And with that, I can now finally start modding as I really want to. And so, that leaves a question. I've made lots of excellent things in the past, some shown on YouTube, others not, which I don't really want to give up. My plan has always been to rather include these in my final world, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I use MCEdit extensively, not to cheat, but simply as an extension of creative mode. So, for my better creations, when I'm playing on this ultra map, or whatever you will call it, we are going to import some of these creations into set areas in the world, because they're awesome. However, there are going to be a couple of different rules to observe here to make it still feel like a regular Let's Play. 1, if it's too outlandish, it's out of sight on the map. 2, if it's not too outlandish, if it was made in creative mode, I can't take any materials from it. So perhaps in my Grace Mansion, you'll remember pretty much every material in vanilla 1.9 is used in that map in one way or another. However, that does not mean I get to just take these. No, not at all. Now, there are some more rules, which are that these creative mode things are not going to interfere with the actually playing of the Let's Play, even though, however, they might still be connected to the civilization of the world, so to speak. For example, if I were to, say, make some awesome creation unifying this entire village, perhaps I could use this still in my world, connected with Grapple to another village, but I just wouldn't take any resources from it still. Now, that's all out of the way. So what else do we still have left to talk about? Well, here's one thing. I'm using Bandicam to record right now, and it's excellent for shorter videos. However, when the Let's Play comes along, we're probably going to want to gear more along 18, 19 minutes of a video. That's about a Minecraft day. 20 minutes, really. And I would need something better. Bandicam works so well, however, so if someone can come up with something better and free that gives me a little bit more time, my computer can probably handle it, so just post it in the comments. Alright there. So let me talk about some of the other mods that I plan on using and how. For one, I need to say, I mentioned that Flower Child shares my get out of here modding philosophy, and that's true. I want things to make sense and be intuitive. However, I do also like to have a bit of fun every now and then, and because of that, we'll be using some odder mods like the Ender Chest or the Portal mod, absolutely imperative, or Pokemobs. Yes, I said Pokemobs, I know. Some of you will not be happy about that. However, let me explain. I have a plan to make Pokemobs intuitive. I want to make a bit of an add-on mod. Yes, I'll release this. And in this add-in mod, I'm going to simply take the Pokemobs mod and the Meteor mod, which is a fantastic mod that everyone should check out if you're not familiar with it already. And the Meteor substance is going to become the base for the things used in the Pokemon worlds. In other words, how do they have this technology in Pokemon? Well, they're using alien technology. How else? We've talked about that. Portal has become even more intuitive lately. They decided to go ahead and use Ender Pearls instead of a mix of Lapis and Redstone, which is quite nice if you ask me. As far as extra mobs added, Kodaichi is probably my favorite coder in the world. You can plan on some of those. And I'm going to try to stick away from mods that I feel like I might turn away from in the end. So I'm going to explore mods thoroughly before I use them, and always be ready to back up my jar. Speaking of jars, I'm not going to upload my jar for you, but for every video, the comment section is going to be almost completely made up of the exact install order, and any mods that I've created myself to mix things, I will be sure to include for you. Well, I think we're getting close to just about clearing things up. However, we can still keep working on this town hall here. Yes, spiraling inward and inward, inward. Will we ever find the center? Will we ever know what the center is even for? Probably not. However, it might lead us to discovering more about the purposes of this game. So finally that leads us to one more question. Just exactly what are we going to be doing on the map itself? I've got an exact map key that I've been playing with since week 12, snapshot 6. And the problem with week 12, snapshot 7, pardon me, was that caves didn't generate. However, I made the mistake of playing anyway and finally created that map that I really quite like. I'll have the seed posted for you. So what we're going to do is, as soon as 1.2 comes out, someone is going to pick up MC Edit. And once they do, hopefully MC Edit will be ready sooner or later for me to import my current village into a newer version of the same seed, which will then include, hopefully, the volcano biome and certainly caves. Our Let's Play will actually start in a sort of almost fake way. I'm going to pick the same seed, and I'm going to start there. However, it's not going to be the exact map that you'll see for the rest of the Let's Play. However, I'll still play the first 20 minutes or so, show you how I started off, in typical fashion, and then we'll skip to the regular map, the map that doesn't have any caves. And from there, I'll show you just what I did over the next few hours, and it'll continue as like a Let's Play with just a bit of a jump. And that will be that. Now, final questions here would be, what are the long-term plans for this map? Well, I like to collect resources quite a lot, I'll be honest. I also like to tame mobs, like Pokemobs. I like to have a large base, a nice setup. Will we be playing on Extreme or on Survival? I'm not exactly sure yet, I'll be honest. I'm going to start the Let's Play in Extreme, and I'll just be backing it up frequently. So if we do end up dying on Extreme, sure, I'll restart. Just play in Survival from then on. And I think that about wraps this up. Look forward to this town hall being posted at some point eventually, and go ahead and watch the first few episodes of the